This segment is being brought to you by Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Join us in preserving and protecting Tennessee's wildlife. All right, welcome back, everyone. It was informed by Deborah. She has taken her 2 SAS pills already, so she'll be ready for y'all with this next segment. I can promise you that. But we've got with us tonight, we got Lee Hitchcock with Stan Sloan Zorro Baits, right here in our own backyard. I'm in Smithville, Tennessee. Right here, Sparta.
Yeah, it's about 60 miles up the road, and it's
Tennesseans ought to support Tennesseans.
Well, that's what we hope.
I think, you know?
And we do get a tremendous amount of support.
I know you do.
Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama. Alabama is a huge buyer of our products.
Every corner, every exit's got a lake in Alabama.
And that must be all they do. You know, watch football and fish. So
that's right. And they've got some great fisheries down there.
They do. But you were talking about Gunnersville, and it's funny. The very first time I went to Gunnersville, everybody, you know, you catch them at Gunnersville, you catch them at Gunnersville. So they make it out like they just jump in the boat. Yeah. We fished for 8.5 hours and caught 1 fish, and I did not catch it.
Uh-oh.
So it was in the middle of the summer, and it was tough. But that's all.
You about ready to take out some advertising, guys.
It was a tough day that day. And that's the main thing. You were talking about, you got to put your time in. These fisheries are good fisheries, but you still got to go, and if you've got good electronics, or if you don't have good electronics, you got to go put the work in to catch the fish. I mean, nothing's easy.
I'm going to tell you something else, and I have lots of friends that are fishing guides. And I believe that's some of the best money you will ever spend if you're going to a brand new lake, is to invest in a guide. Let them take you the first day and tell them up front, hey, I'm going to use you this day. I'm going to spend 3 or 4 more days here fishing. Can you show me some spots or techniques or patterns that are using so I can go out there and try? Just be honest with them. They don't care.
That anywhere, if you're at your local lake or whatever, if you can get somebody that knows a lake that'll help you. I know at Center Hill and Del Holla and those lakes, I've had a lot of help, and those guys had a lot of help, and that just, it shortens your curve up so much.
I make one phone call, Burl Shirley, and I tell Burl, get Adam, and we're going fishing.
If they can be caught, Adam purely at talent-wise is probably, he's an #1 person, but he's as good as anybody.
I think he and Burl are married.
And they fight like a married couple too. We went with them last summer, and it was quite enjoyable.
But they have fun doing it, and the reason is because they stay out there a lot.
They're versatile, and that's the main thing. And Adam uses their stuff as much as probably he uses anything else, but they're so versatile, and he's willing to learn on a day-to-day basis. And it's experience. That experience, as they call it, is the main thing. And it's anybody that's good, whether it's Adam or whoever at your lake, that experience is just invaluable. And to be able to tap into that, and it's hard to get some of those fishermen to let you in on some of their secrets, and they won't tell you everything.
They won't tell you everything. They will not tell you everything.
Fishermen lie, right?
Buddy, I'm telling you, but you know, that's just part of the persona of being a fisherman. Is you got to tell a little bit of a fib.
That's true.
You got to stretch it just a little bit.
If it's a 4-pounder, it's probably, you know, it's really a 3. Yeah, exactly.
But you know, and it grows by the mile. So.
That's exactly right. Every time it's told.
That's right. So, but the thing is the Zorro baits. All right, we've seen the spinner baits of the new Bengal blades. Jigs are probably one of your mainstays, I would say.
It is, and we talk about the casting booze-a-bug, and it's the wire guard jig, and we've talked about it a lot, but I really want to talk about one that I'm really proud of that we don't talk about much. We've got a really, really, really good, what I call a flipping jig. This is the Booza-Brush Bug. It's designed for brush and heavy cover. The tie on the head.
Let me show, because I want somebody to, I want them to actually see, if at all possible. I don't know. Can I do it like that? Yeah. Give you something white to go up against there. But the head is different.
The head's different, and the main thing is we put a big hook in it. I mean, it's a hook that can stand up to, you can horse them out of the treetops with it, because that's what it's designed for. And when we talk, I love the casting boozer bug. That's what I fish all the time, and that's the reason I talk about it so much. But this jig here is a great jig, and there's not a whole lot of wood and cover at the places that we fish, these deep impoundment lakes around where I fish.
Right.
So we do something a little different. But that is just at places like Reelfoot and places that have a lot of cover.
Old Hickory,
Percy Priest.
Percy Priest.
Oh.
But now you've got the casting boozer you use in places like Center Hill, where you got sloping rock
That's
banks,
right.
and Dale Hollow, where we can slip it through the grass.
It's a lot like a finesse jig, and that's
Right.
the way we use it. If you Carolina rig, I know a lot of people Carolina rig. In the springtime, a lot of times we will actually throw the casting boozer bug out and drag it back like a Carolina rig, and in my opinion, they hit it just about as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's smallmouth love it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a very good technique that some people use and some people don't, but you just take it out there and just drag it back.
What I like about your brush bug is the eye is different.
Yes.
It goes side to side. So when you actually are pulling it through cover, you're not abrasing or rubbing up against that line all the time.
That's right. And that's the main thing. That's the reason people lose fish in heavy covers. You get certain lines, you get a nick in it, and that fish will just pop
It's
right
gone.
off and break your heart.
Yeah, that's right. It does break your heart.
Especially in a tournament. Might hurt your
man.
pocketbook, too.
But these are Kentucky Lake, Old Hickory, when you got buck bushes and tight cover, you can throw this right up there, right up against it, and come right out with it.
Exactly. And a lot of times they'll hit it on the fall. You know what I'm saying? They'll hit it on the fall, and you got to be quick on it. And that's got a hook in it that's real sharp. It's got a gummy hook in it, and you can pop that in their jaw and get it in there, you know, get that penetration that you want very quickly.
And you got to have it. You just got to have it. So check them out on their jigs. We've talked about the jigs and their spinner baits. They also got shaky head. I had one just a second ago. The head shakers. Now, that's got to be the technique that most people are using when those fish turn that buffet light off and they're kind of getting finicky. This is the time to go to that.
If I was going to take a kid or somebody that doesn't fish a whole lot out and fish with them, that's what I would use, because you're going to catch some giants. I caught about a 6-pounder at Center Hill in the spring on that, and on a Cinco worm. But you also catch some small ones as well, and you catch a lot of fish. So it gives you that experience. I mean, a shaky head or our head shaker, any companies really, it's hard to beat, especially in this time of year as water cools down, fish get harder to tougher to bite and all that kind of stuff.
All right, we got a couple of callers. We got Doug. Doug, how can we help you tonight?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to find out whether the rut is still going on or not.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir, it is.
I've been seeing a lot of those and less bucks.
Well, I think you're starting to see less bucks, not because of the rut, but because of hunter pressure. By now, most bucks have seen a lot of blaze orange out there, and they're kind of shying away from it a little bit. But I say that because does don't all come into estrus at the same time. A lot of people don't realize that. They think, well, this is the peak of the rut. Well, yeah, but now 28 days later, if a doe hasn't been bred, she will come into estrus cycle again, and she will continue coming into an estrus cycle until she is bred. And we've seen them bred on up into April and May. So the rut is officially started. You will have does come into estrus cycles all during this month. And I would say it's some great hunting from now until probably the first of the year. You're still going to, now is it going to be the chasing like you saw weekend before last? I don't think so, because, and the reason I say that is because hunting pressure, the pressure of everybody being in the woods and everything, that has affected them. So you got to take it into consideration. I'm going to tell you a secret that I used myself, and I was able to get a really nice buck in Kentucky, is I went to a stand on a ridge that I have not hunted in 2 years, and that's when I caught him tiptoeing through the dew. That's the time, that's the kind, because no pressure is being put on him until that day.
Okay.
Now I've left it alone. I've taken my buck. Probably won't hunt that stand for another 2 years. But I know that's a good spot, and that's mainly what I try to tell hunters is you can overhunt and overpressure your property. You got to be a little bit, and when you do that, they're going to turn nocturnal on you, okay?
Okay, well, I sure appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much, Doug. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
And David, how can we help you tonight?
Oh, I've been watching the program and really enjoy it. This is David Christmas, Clifton, Kentucky.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted you to know, in case you hadn't announced it or didn't know, we got fall turkey season coming in Saturday.
You're exactly right. We got that as a part of our calendar of the week, and that is the fall turkey hunts do start this Saturday, both in Tennessee and Kentucky. So
I
that's
didn't know whether they had Tuesday or not. Wasn't up on that.
yep. Now
I'll tell you, I enjoy your show, and we got muzzleloader the next following Saturday.
that's right, up in Kentucky. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we appreciate that very, very much.
I enjoy your show.
Thank you, David. And
All
we got and we got who's on? Johnny. Johnny, how can we help you tonight?
Hey, Hughes, what you doing, man?
Living the good life, brother.
Hey, what old Alan Moe was doing this lately?
I don't know. Now, Alan's not much of a hunter, but I think he's gearing up for the fishing season.
Hey, what's the rock fishing hybrid run? They running this year?
Yeah. Now, I had another guy email me the other day about where can they start catching rock fishing hybrids, and right now they're in the creek channels, and they're closer to the mouths of the river is where you need to go. We had a real good report. Somebody on a kayak caught a 33-pound rock bass in front of Galton Steam Plant the other day.
Oh, man.
And so they're in there.
I got another question. I got a 2015 bass boat with a 75 4-stroke on it. What kind of treatment to put in that bass boat so it won't freeze and stuff? Winterize it.
Stay bill. You want to put the stay bill in the fuel system. Keep it from gel coating on you or gelling up on you is what they call it. You want to trim your motor all the way down. I leave my motor trimmed all the way down as far as it'll go, and just leave it. That way water can't cup up inside it, and it can't bust a foot, or if there's any fishing line around the prop or breaks that seal, it can ruin the foot, the lower unit of an outboard. So trim it all the way down. Don't let the rainwater get into it. And that's virtually about all I do, really. I keep the batteries hot. I keep them plugged in when I'm not using it, just to keep those batteries going, because batteries are...
Where you buy that stuff at?
You can get Stay Bill at Nashville Marine, or and he's got the ones that are specific for Mercury's or Yamahas, or you can go to Walmart, has a Stay Bill, but anything that will stabilize the fuel system is what you gotta have.
Any color?
Yeah. Now I use the Marine. I'm gonna tell you, I use the Marine because it also takes out the ethanol if you've got any gas that's got ethanol in it. Okay. So I use the Marine type, and it's a bluer color, as the regular Stay Bill is more of a pinkish color.
I use that stable. I mean that ethanol stable for my gas tank.
Yeah, now that's good. That will keep your fuel from gelling, and it will take the ethanol completely out of it. So that's what I recommend.
I appreciate it, sir.
Thank you. We hope to see you soon then.
Oh yeah.
All right, Johnny. And we appreciate all those fine callers tonight, and we hope it helps you out. We got to take another break. When we come back, we're going to see if those SAS pills have taken effect yet with Miss Deborah. Hurry back to more Southern Woods Water.